sky. Taken by the sky. Taken by the sky. Dreams unwind, love's a state of mind. Dreams unwind, love's a state of mind.
Good evening, my beautiful crime family. We all, at Once Upon a Crime Time, want to welcome Deborah Lynn as a mod. She is a mod starting today. We had a meeting about it, and yeah, welcome aboard, Deborah. We all love you. And yeah, it's just probably going to be a shorter show today. I don't know. It was supposed to be Mod Monday, and I was so busy today. I had company, and then I was supposed to have a meeting, and that kind of fell through. And so that's set for tomorrow night. This week is going to be really, really nuts for me. So I don't know. I might be able to do the morning ones. I don't know about evening ones, except for Friday night with Daniel. I still got to make that one up yet too. But yeah, Daniel from the Drunk Turkey Show will be here Friday night. But this coming weekend, this place is going to be swamped with family. So yeah, it's gonna. And I got a lot of things I got to do to prepare. For this, but it'll be good to see my grandkiddies and my kids and everything. So yeah. Anyway, I want to say hi to my beautiful crime family. Good evening, Crime Vault. Good to see you. Angela T, good to see you. Doc Terry, good to see you. Deborah Lynn, my girl, my mod, good to see you. Love you, girl. Lee, good to see you. Aunt Claire, good to see you. Hope Floats, my girl, good to see you. Deborah Gazzardo, always good to see you, girl. And Missy Q, good to see you. Kat K, my girl, good to see you. Thomas, my brother, good to see you. Yeah, some chatting going on. Shelly, good to see you. Crime Spy, good to see you. Yeah, I can't keep going up. All right. Well, as the hi, Lila. Lila, right? Okay. Latina, my girl, good to see you. Yeah, it was supposed to be Mod Night, and it just kind of I didn't even go into Discord today. It's just been a busy day. Oh, Hope Norris, good to see you, girl. And what was the hidden cameras? That's what I want to talk about. Because, I want to show you. I'll just show you. I'm going to show you something that's going to freak you out. It freaks me out. I know that. Let me show you this.
In an Inland Empire neighborhood. Now at 5:30, a hidden camera discovered in an Inland Empire neighborhood has some residents worried, wondering why someone would go to such lengths to keep an eye on them and their homes. Good evening. This is the KTLA 5 News at 5:30. I'm Cher Calvin.
And I'm Micah Ullman. That device was disguised in a way that allowed it to blend in and avoid detection.
Police are investigating, but concerned residents there think the camera was doing more than just recording. KTLA 5's Shelby Nelson is in Chino Hills with more.
That's right. It's just like any other regular neighborhood curb, although this one is where that neighbor found that hidden camera in that little divot that you see right there. The camera was apparently facing in the opposite direction towards another home, and that family in that home is now on edge. They believe that someone was casing the neighborhood and possibly their house. From here, the placement of a rock wouldn't seem too inconspicuous. It would appear like part of the landscape, and that's exactly what the person who planted a rock with a hidden camera was probably hoping for in this Chino Hills neighborhood.
It was a camera that was covered in clay that looked like a rock. So it was very precise. It was on a power bank, so it was like a cordless camera.
James Dimapasok says his neighbor brought it to his attention last week after noticing the oddity outside of his home on Glen Ridge Drive. It was facing directly towards James's house.
I was scared. My wife was crying.
James reported it to police and was told that it was transmitting off of nearby cell towers. James downloaded the video from the camera. You see that person using garden gloves to tuck it into the dirt. Seconds later, wearing a blue shirt and what appears to be a gray hat, they leave on a scooter. James checked his Ring camera, which captures another angle of that person, but it's too far to make out a description. What is your suspicion? Why do you think somebody would plant a camera in front of your house?
That's a good question. I don't know. I really do not know. I mean, we own businesses.
James says if they were casing his home, which is what he and his wife suspect.
I don't have any cash in the house, just so you guys know.
Like James, other concerned neighbors want to know what this person's intent was.
Being that this is a street where our junior high students walk, a lot of them do, particularly on that side of the street, it almost concerns me like maybe they're watching a particular child.
Is it possible the person was able to watch the neighborhood in real time? The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department is investigating, but for the person who is behind this, James wants you to know.
Yeah, I have no money. So whatever you're doing, if it's money or whatnot, I got nothing. I don't know why you're doing it. If you're doing it, just stop.
The Sheriff's Department says the only description they have of this person is what you see in that surveillance video. James, on the other hand, tells us that he is going to be beefing up his home security system. Reporting in Chino Hills, I'm Shelby Nelson, KTLA 5 News.
Tell me that isn't scary as hell. That, hold on here. There we go. That scares the shit out of me. People can be spying on your house with these little cameras. They'll know when you're not home. They know they can study your routines. This is some fucking scary shit, people. This is some really scary shit because they can hide this stuff as a rock. Hide it. Now, did this have anything to do with the Kohberger case? Could it have? Could they have been secretly watching that house and knew exactly when people were home and exactly when the time would be? It has to make you wonder. Because they knew precisely when to go to that home. There was trees. And remember, there was trees that looked like somebody had climbed. And somebody said something about somebody being in a tree. Did they plant cameras outside that 1122 house? That's really some scary stuff because you don't know. You don't know. I mean, these cameras can fit in anything nowadays. They're just tiny, tiny things. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But it made me think of the Kohberger case, and I started thinking, they could have been watching that house. They could have knew exactly what was going on. If it wasn't, I'm saying no. I'm looking at the theory like it wasn't the frats and it wasn't Kohberger, but maybe somebody else. Or even the frats. But they live so close by that they could tell. And maybe nothing was with Kohberger. It's still scary as shit. It's really scary because that gives bad people things that they can use to watch us, and they're inexpensive. I mean, they're really inexpensive. They'll know when to break into your houses. Just scary stuff. Yeah, so anyway, let's see what you guys are kind of saying here a little bit. I know that exactly, Dr. Harry, exactly. Yeah, I'm not sure. Tina, I don't know. Yes, Thomas, exactly. Nowadays, you can never be too safe. You have to take extra precautions regardless of where you live. Yeah, but how do you that's the problem, Thomas, is how do you defend yourself against the camera? They're watching every move you make. They know when you're home, when you're not home. They know your routines. That's what's really scary. I mean, it's going to have to come to a point where they have laws with this. I'm sure there is. I mean, how is it going to be stopped unless they come up with some kind of a camera locator or something? I don't know how to prevent this. I don't know how to prevent this from happening to us American people. I have no clue. Whatsoever. I keep looking up here because I got a big screen TV up here. And I got my laptop going up there. So, but yeah, it's a scary thing. Okay, so the next thing, and the title of this show tonight was "And the Ghost." And this ghost is my friend. I'm sure he'll be laughing at this. Does anybody know Casper West? We're going to show I don't know if you've seen it, but this is a really, really good video that he put out, and it needs to be shown. And I gave it a good day and a half before I'm showing this. So, yeah. Check this.
So people can start to wonder if Brian's innocent. Your Honor, Brian is innocent. And he has an absolute Sixth Amendment right to have his hearings in public.
Remember when you said it doesn't get better than this? Only a fool would have let
obsessive. He is fastidious. He's about 6 feet tall. He's socially awkward. He planned this whole thing out. Did you notice the charges? He didn't go in to steal. He didn't go in to rape anybody. He went into that home with the intent to kill. As we speak, Jason, they are tearing his Pullman apartment apart for any notes or writings, anything that can match him up to this murder, and I predict they will find it. I guarantee you they're going to find something, some trace in that car, be it the front, the steering wheel, the ignition, the hatchback, there will be something in that car.
Newly released DNA evidence, which shows no DNA from any of the 4 murder victims that was found in Kohberger's home or car.
This entire court is a sham operation to cover for people who really did what happened in Moscow, Idaho.
It doesn't get better than this.
We sealed the records in this case, and we asked the judge to seal the records because we thought there were other suspects, and lo and behold, what do we learn now? That there are not 1, but 2 unidentified male specimens that arguably are at the scene.
The real killers are still out there.
We've heard them say that they've given us 95% of discovery. We've heard them say they've given us all of the discovery, and those things just aren't true. They're just not true. You can see from the list of things we don't have, there's no way we have 95% of it.
I started to wonder, why is Bill Thompson hiding evidence from the defense? If they were certain that Brian is a suspect for these crimes, they would have already handed over the evidence. If there's nothing to hide, why are they not cooperating with the process? Instead, there has been a lengthy battle with the prosecution for evidence that has been altered.
According to Ann Taylor, they have received portions of the video and long sections of the audio that have been withheld. This is a bit peculiar. Why would there not be audio on some of it, but there's audio on the main parts that the state is presenting? Really don't know. Is something being cut out and removed?
Completely missing.
Isn't the first TUI process, and the court is aware. We've been pursuing TUI process for all types of information for months. So the characterization that we are just consciously withholding information to frustrate the defense is utter nonsense. That is not true. We will provide everything we can that is providable under the rules.
Your Honor, I want to respond to that, and I could give you particular examples of things, and it's already been ordered to be given to us, the CAST report, which was a draft that we were promised to have by March 31st. It's May 2nd. We don't have it. So for the prosecutor to stand up and say that I'm misrepresenting things, he's misrepresenting things.
And destroyed.
Let's take you out there live to King Road in Moscow, Idaho, where the sun has not yet come up yet, but the demolition, if my watch is correct, beginning more than 15 minutes early.
All of heaven rejoices when words are spoken in love. All of heaven rejoices when words are spoken in love.
The probable cause affidavit was written by a novice police officer named Brett Payne. This document was relied upon to arrest Brian Kohberger and substantiate the case against him. Now, Bill Thompson states that the affidavit of probable cause is irrelevant at this stage. Why isn't he relying on the probable cause affidavit now? It's absurd to think that Brian doesn't have the right to challenge the probable cause affidavit, as it was used to procure warrants for his arrest. Speaking of the probable cause affidavit, what actually happened on the night of the slayings that the surviving roommates aren't telling us? On November 12, 2022, a day before the murders, the university hosted an axe logging event in which multiple colleges came in town to compete against one another. A neighbor reported seeing a luxury black SUV with Colorado plates or Oregon plates parked at the property during the time of the slayings. Which colleges attended the event? The University of Montana, Flathead Valley Community College, Oregon State, and Colorado State.
Details now on the investigation into the murders of 4 University of Idaho students in Moscow. A crashed white Hyundai Elantra was found in Eugene, Oregon. Claims of the car being connected to the murders that happened in Moscow over a month ago started appearing online. These are photos of the car in Oregon. Eugene police responded to a call of a person sleeping in the car last Saturday night. They say there's no reason to believe the Elantra is connected to the Moscow murders, but they did send details about the car to Moscow police. Idaho State Police confirmed to KTVB that the car found wrecked in Eugene belongs to a person in Colorado. The car found wrecked in Eugene belongs to a person in Colorado. Moscow police say they are aware of the Elantra in Eugene and are working with the jurisdiction there in Oregon to see if it's related to the murder case.
I want to go back now to some breaking news. The suspect in the murders of 4 University of Idaho students has partially outlined his alibi for the morning of the murders.
So we know today was the deadline to file if the defense wanted to be able to use that alibi in the trial. Court documents say that Kohberger claims he was driving in the early morning hours on the night of the murders, as he, quote, often did to hike and run and or to see the moon and stars. It goes on to say that he drove that night throughout the area south of Pullman and west of Moscow, including to Hawaii Park. Area south of Pullman and west of Moscow, including to Hawaii Park.
Is everyone do like a wine night? Like, let's just do a wine night.
Now, in the state of Idaho, the defense is permitted. They may present witnesses on their behalf, and they want to. And one of the witnesses that they want to call is one of the surviving roommates. Take a look. This was a motion. Brian, the killer, the accused killer, by and through his attorney, Ann C. Taylor, public defender, moves this court for a certificate to assist in securing the attendance of Bethany Funk as a witness on behalf of the defendant in this case. During the course of my investigation, it became known to me that Bethany Funk has information material to the charges against the accused killer. Portions of the information Ms. Funk has is exculpatory to the defendant. Ms. Funk's information is unique to her experiences and cannot be provided by another witness.
Right after it was revealed that the prosecution is hiding evidence, a former roommate and friend of Maddie's spoke to the news. This was put into play in order to refreshen the narrative to the public that Kohberger is guilty.
Idaho College murder case, we're now hearing from a former roommate who once lived at the house where the killings took place. Kayna Whitworth is here in the studio with us and has more. Good morning to you, Kayna.
Robin, good morning. So Ashlyn Couch moved out of that house on King Road months before her friends were murdered. And this morning, she shares the memories, both happy and haunting, including the moment she got that vandal alert that changed everything.
I mean, I couldn't even walk to my car in the dark for months after, it happened.
Fear lingering with Ashlyn Couch after her friends were stabbed to death in their off-campus home in Moscow, Idaho, a home where she too once lived.
It crosses my mind more that could have happened while I was there. And, you never know how long someone is watching your house.
The 6th bedroom on King Road was hers. And now this morning, she's speaking out for the first time on camera since Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and her boyfriend Ethan Chapin were murdered in November of 2022. Ashlyn initially signed the lease to live in the popular off-campus home, telling our station KXLY that she moved out in May of 2022 after graduating the semester before. But she stayed close with the girls, especially Maddie, sharing the last message she sent to her after getting an alert from the University of Idaho that there had been a suspected homicide.
I texted our group of friends and I just had said, has anyone heard from Maddie? And I remember my last text message to her was are you okay? And I feel like right then and there, I kind of just knew that something was wrong.
The man charged with their murders, Brian Kohberger, a judge entering a not guilty plea on his behalf as his defense team says he was out driving that cold November night, as he often did, to hike or stargaze. But prosecutors allegedly linking Kohberger to the heinous crimes through DNA left on the button strap of a knife sheath found underneath Maddie.
You wish that you could just say goodbye. And that's one thing that I just wish that I could do at least one more time is just give her one last hug just to be able to say goodbye.
In reality, due to the circumstantial evidence surrounding this case, the prosecution is currently shaking in their boots because they are realizing Kohberger isn't their guy.
Most county prosecutors go their whole careers without making international headlines. Not Bill Thompson. Idaho is a state with the death penalty. Bill Thompson has decided to not seek the death penalty many times throughout his career. In 1997, Thompson didn't seek the death penalty. against a University of Idaho student charged with first-degree murder. In 2005, Thompson reduced a charge of first-degree murder to second-degree murder in exchange for guilty pleas to second-degree murder. 4 years later, Thompson filed a notice of intent saying he would not seek the death penalty. It's widely reported that public defender Ann Taylor overturned a murder conviction, but Thompson told the Moscow Pullman Daily News that Latah County is the only prosecutor's office in Idaho that has successfully tried a homicide case without a body.
Despite the limited evidence against Kohberger, Bill Thompson is pursuing the death penalty for the first time in his career. They're trying to cover their tracks and sweep this under the rug.
Remember when you said
We have some breaking news on this Thursday evening out of the Brian Kohberger case in Idaho. A Latah County judge has extended the gag order in the case of the 4 murdered University of Idaho students. This new gag order goes even further than the one initially issued after Kohberger's arrest.
According to new court documents, the attorney who is representing the family of Kaylee Goncalves claims the surviving family are allowed to speak to the public about the case under the First Amendment. Because the Goncalves family and their attorneys are not involved parties in the murder case specifically, their attorney is now arguing they should be allowed to speak publicly about the case. A Latah County magistrate judge issued the gag order last month that prohibits investigators, law enforcement, attorneys, and agents of the prosecuting attorney or defense attorney from speaking to the media or public about the Moscow murders.
It seems like they're trying to suppress the story. We want to put rewards out. They're like, don't do that. He doesn't have to go up the steps. Their points of damage don't match. I'm just going to say it. It wasn't leaked to me. But don't say I'm leaking anything. I paid that bill.
Hi, I'm Scott Green, president of the University of Idaho, and I'm joined by Temple Kenyon, a fellow Vandal alum and my co-author on the forthcoming book, University President's Crisis Handbook.
Or other online retailers like Amazon or Barnes & Noble. You'll find it in bookstores nationwide on December 7th.
Go Vandals! The family of victim Kaylee Goncalves, of course, has not been shy about sharing their feelings about what's been going on in the case. In a statement, the family threw a little bit of shade at Judge, quote, with the most far-reaching gag order in the country, not allowing a victim's attorney to speak while letting the president of the University of Idaho write a book detailing facts of the case, the judge does not seem to understand the gag order himself. Now his logic is, since some of the survey questions violated the gag order, they are part of the, quote, public record.
A new angle to the story you saw first from 4 News Now today. Public records from Latah County show a connection to the King Road house we never knew about until today. The president of UNI has a family connection to it. In fact, his family used to own it.
Yeah, he makes really good videos. I thought that was a really awesome video. Again, his link is down below, Casper West. It's in the description. Make sure that you subscribe. I've known him for a long, before I even had this channel. And he's making his videos get better and better and better. So yeah, I do have to say something real quick, and I don't like saying things like this, but there's a creator out there that's making up lies about one of our mods, and it's like straight up lies, really bad ones. Because he's mad because she doesn't give him the time of day. And so he's been like really lying. And so I'm just going to say, Rollo, stop that shit, dude. It ain't cool, man. That's all I wanted. There's Kathleen. Hey, girl. Hey, my girl. Yeah, this was supposed to be mod night, so I don't know. We'll have to do it next Monday, I guess. What else do I got? Oh, you know what? You know what I could do, and maybe I will do? I did the morning show the other morning, and I didn't do them shorts. I didn't do the shorts I had picked out for the day. So maybe I'll do that. Okay, this one is really interesting, actually. I'm going to, I think I'm going to share some shorts for the end of this video. Like I said, it's going to be a shorter video tonight. And thank you, Thomas. I know, man, the Timberwolves, the Rock, they defeated the defending world champions last night in Game 7, and they were down by 20 in the third quarter and came back and won. It was an awesome, one of the best games I've ever seen. And I tell you what, we have someone really special in Anthony in our camp, man. He is totally awesome. Okay, yeah, shorts. Okay, here we go. Whoops. Oops. No, this is pretty crazy. Check this out. I want to refresh that.
Who killed the man who invented a water-powered car? In 1996, Stanley Allen Meyer invented a revolutionary car that could travel 180 kilometers on 1 gallon of water. His invention could change the world, and people flocked from all over the country to catch a glimpse of the car in action. However, the story...
Is anybody old enough to remember this? Because I remember hearing about this.
It took a dark turn. On March 21st, 1998, Stanley and his brother were at a restaurant with 2 potential foreign investors, where he was served some cranberry juice. After taking a sip, his face turned pale, and he started to violently vomit. He ran out into the parking lot, where he yelled, "He poisoned me," and fell onto the ground. 1 week later, Stanley Meyer was pronounced dead. Shortly after his death, Stanley's garage was broken into, and his revolutionary water-powered car mysteriously vanished. His death was eventually ruled as a natural cause, but many believe that the people who ran the oil and gas industry were responsible for his death. So, who killed the man who invented...
And that wouldn't be the first time. Does anybody remember when that guy had that carburetor that could get like 200 miles to the gallon, and Standard Oil bottom out? I mean, that's just crazy shit. You know what I remember? You know what I mean? Okay, let's go back here.
Son and dad died in a car accident, and the son is brought back to life, and what he says will shock you. Anthony, his wife Julie, and their son Landon were all in the car on their way home from a vacation trip. Everything seemed to be going well until their vehicle was sideswiped by an ambulance in the middle of an intersection. Unfortunately, Anthony died immediately, but rescuers were able to stabilize Julie, although they were unaware of a third person in the vehicle. The vehicle sustained so much damage that rescuers did not initially see 8-year-old Landon lying in the back seat. One of the first responders spotted one of Landon's shoes on the side of the road, which was how they discovered that Landon was still trapped in the car. When the 8-year-old boy was removed from the car, he was resuscitated and then flown to a hospital where he died and was brought back to life 2 more times. Doctors told his mom that he would probably not survive, but he woke up 2 weeks later. What Landon told his mom, son and dad died in a car accident, and the son is brought back to life, and what he says will shock you. Anthony, his wife Julie, and their son Landon were all in the car on their way home.
I always like drummers. Any musician that plays with feeling. That's what I always look for. So I always told every band I've ever been in, and everything, every time I try to teach to play with feeling. You know what I'm saying? That's a big part of playing live. It's you have to play with feeling, and so many get so technical that they forget to feel the music. You know what I'm saying? I don't like going to live shows that they're just really, really technical and don't add their own little spice to it at the same time. That's the way I am. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's look at this. Is this JD Fry at the Grub Truck, guys? Is this JD? Is this dude right here? You see this? This dude here. You see that okay? This guy and this guy. Kind of looks like
Tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad to the bone.
Hey, what the hell? Yeah, that's like too many hours on the road, man. Yeah. Check this shit out, guys. Check this out, man. This is crazy.
The truck, a Nissan Frontier, was driven by an airport.
The front wheels were messed up. They couldn't land the plane. Watch what this dude does.
Mechanic just come out of nowhere. Was driven by an airport.
What the hell? Wow.
More, including reaction from
look at that.
And air traffic.
That's
control.
crazy.
Watch this
Check this out
airport
again,
risk
man.
his life to save an airplane.
The truck, a Nissan Frontier, was driven by an airport mechanic. Just come out of nowhere. Was driven by an airport.
Wow. Wow.
More,
That's
including
crazy
reaction
stuff
and
there.
air traffic control. Coming up tonight.
Watch this airport worker risk his life to save an airplane.
James, sit up.
Getting a 50-year sentence.
Court hereby sentences the defendant to 10 years MSP with 3 years suspended. The court also sentences the defendant to 10 years MSP. Each of these counts shall run consecutive to each other. DC 17-267
I'm good, let's go.
is
I'm good, let's go.
50 years MSP.
No, I'm good, let's go.
It's 50 years with MSP, with 15 to be hereby suspended.
James, sit up. James.
Yeah, I would do the same.
Where do you live at?
Check this out, guys.
In Pullman?
Yeah, 1455.
Did you know this? Brent Kopaka lived 0.3 miles from Bryan at one time.
Northeast Bangor.
What apartments are those?
The Pimlico.
Pimlico? What unit number, if you remember?
Number.
Pimlico, though?
Yeah.
How long have you lived there?
6 months out.
Okay.
check it out, people.
Where do you live at?
Out in Pullman.
In Pullman?
Yeah, 1455 Northeast Bangor.
What apartments are those?
The Pinnacle.
This is on June
What unit number,
29th.
if you remember.
This is on June 29th, 2022. So this is before that the crime happened.
In what though?
Yeah.
How long have you lived there?
6 months out.
Okay.
0.3 miles. 7 minutes.
Where do you live at?
Not even 7 minutes.
Pullman.
In Pullman?
Yeah, 1455.
Walking would be.
What apartment?
That's. I didn't know that. Right, Deborah. Yeah. But did you hear what he said? That apartment building that he listed where he lived was in Pullman. 0.3 miles. I didn't realize it was that close. Anyway, I think that's it for tonight, guys. I just wanted to jump on here quick. Next Monday, we'll do the Mod Monday starting next week. We got to get that going, Kathleen. We'll get somebody up there. Again, I want to welcome Deborah to our family. Deborah, we will be, if you could send me an email at onceuponacrimetime@gmail.com, Deborah, I'll send you a invite link to our Discord. And yeah, welcome to the family. Love you, girl. And to everybody else, I love you all, and you all have a great evening. And you know that my subs are my heart and my mods are my soul. And until next time, rock and roll!
Last night a little dancer, she came dancing to my door.
his yellow-haired girl, Mr. Jones strikes up a conversation with the black hair. The man cold dance, you know she dances while his father plays guitar. She's suddenly beautiful, and we all want something beautiful. Man, I wish I was beautiful. So come dance the silence down through the morning. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cut up, Maria. Show me some Spanish dancing. Pass me a bottle, Mr. Jones. Believe in me. Help me believe in anything, 'cause I wanna be someone who believes. Yeah. Mr. Jones and me tell each other fairy tales, and we stare at the beautiful women. She's looking at you, oh no, no, she's looking at me, smiling in the bright lights, coming through in stereo. When everybody loves you, you can never be lonely. Well, I'm gonna paint my picture, paint myself in blue, red, black, and gray. All of the beautiful colors are very, very meaningful. Yeah, well, you know gray's my favorite color. I felt so symbolic yesterday. If I knew Picasso, I would buy myself a gray guitar and play. Mr. Jones and me look into the future. Yeah, we stare at the beautiful women. She's looking at you, I don't think so. She's looking at me, standing in the spotlight. Bought myself a gray guitar and everybody loves me. I will never be lonely. I will never be lonely. Said I'm never gonna be lonely. I wanna be alive. Everybody wanna pass this kiss. We wanna be big, big stars together. We got different reasons for that. Believe in me, 'cause I don't